I think it's because it's personal. When I put on an accordion, you can't play it unless you hug it. You strap yourself into it so it's snug on your body. So right away there's a relationship, a personal relationship with that crazy hunk of plastic and reeds. And then you're looking around for a musical victim. I was 12-ish, 13. My mother came to me one day and she said, "Your father and I want you to learn how to play an accordion." I was traumatized. And I said, "Mom, anything but that. Don't do this to me." So I played it for Mom and for the relatives. Went to college, put it away. And I was away in a box in our house for 42 years. It was in Vermont. My wife and I, 1-week vacation. I woke up on a Wednesday morning, sat on the edge of the bed, and I just looked at my wife and I said, "Marcia, I gotta find an accordion today." I called this poor guy downtown, one little store there. I asked him if there was anybody in the area. The guy's name was Cliff, and he had some accordions. In the collection happened to be at that moment the little hexagonal concertinas, we call them. I asked him, I said, what are these here for? And he looked at me funny and he said, "You know, I'm sending them down to Glen Cove where there's a Holocaust museum." And I said, "Now, why would you be doing that?" And he said, "Because they came from Dachau in the camps at Dachau in World War II. And I said, "Oh, there's something more going on here than just playing and entertaining people." And then I went around with my wife and we found 1 here, 2 there, 5 there, and there was always a story. These things found their way into prison camps, into recreation centers during the wars, during the Spanish flu, when so many people were dying. They were literally canisters of happiness, reminders of the good old days back home. Here, the music literally it transports people back, and they all of a sudden are thinking about their mother or an uncle or somebody that the relationship that's no longer there resurfaces. The memories resurface.
One of my favorite memories is one of my birthday parties. We played musical chairs and my dad played the Mexican hat dance on the accordion. And he played a lot of polkas. My dad was Polish.
I am still trying to find out the name of the accordion school that I went to. Because I'm writing an essay. I think I may have told you last
you
time.
did.
And I almost finished it, but I'm still trying to get that.
Have you tried
these accordions? And you remember, I bought an accordion last time.
Yes.
So I'm back in the accordion trail.
So you're in it. AI, have you punched it into AI?
You know, I haven't. In suburban Long Island, you played in catering houses. Relatively new places, there were no pianos, so you had to have an accordion. You had to have a mobile keyboard player who had his own instrument and could bring it.
We're sitting in the main room here. There's 500 plus on the walls, and a couple hundred down in the basement. They keep coming in from people who don't want to throw away these markers of the lives of relatives, friends, and I keep saying, "Okay, bring them in." Not every accordion valve or a reed or shaft like this is made exactly the same. There were zillions of manufacturers of accordions. Thousands. So it can be quite a challenge to repair them.
A lot of patience involved.
A lot of patience, and I might add a lot of prayer. You get to a point and you go, "Oh no, how am I going to make this work?" And you start looking around for somebody to help you. And that's another problem. You don't have a lot of repair people for these anymore. And here in New England, there might be 1 or 2 of us that still do this kind of work. So it's a real challenge. But other times it works, and when you get one to work again, it's like you're resuscitating someone who was in serious trouble medically, and it feels good to see them get going again. I'm 77. I'm in pretty good health now, but things change. And I don't know, eventually, somehow, we got to curate these things to a place where they can be honored. A living museum, not a place where you just plop them. And we want it to be almost like an accordion school. I get folks in here from Generation Z, even Generation Alpha, the most recent one, and they're looking and they go, what are these things? It's like watching a light bulb light up. It's like we got current, we got things moving. So I'm hoping that will, as we move further and further away from making our own stuff, going back to make music would become the thing to do.